There's a special kind of silence that follows a truth you never, ever wanted to hear. It's not an empty silence. No, it's heavy, suffocating. It's filled with the ghostly echoes of every single laugh you once shared with them. Can you even imagine looking into the eyes of the two people you trusted most in this world, your partner, your best friend, and seeing your own heartbreak reflected back at you? Today, I'm going to tell you how a romantic weekend getaway, a trip meant to save my relationship, became the stage for the most shattering betrayal of my life. In the beginning, everything with Mark was perfect. Or at least, it felt that way. We had a passion that could literally set the room on fire. It was electric. But after 2 years, the cracks began to show. We started bickering about nothing, work stress, vague future plans. So I planned it all meticulously. A secluded cabin, deep in the woods, no distractions, a last chance to reconnect. And of course, I invited Chloe, my best friend, my rock. She was the one who knew every secret, every dream. She held my hair back when I was sick and my hand when my heart was broken. I would have sworn on my life that our bond was unbreakable. But on the long drive up to the cabin, I felt a tiny, icy needle of doubt. It was the way she laughed at his jokes, a little too loud, a little too long. The way her fingers would accidentally graze his arm when she reached for the radio. I swallowed it down. That's just Chloe, I whispered to myself. She's just friendly. You're being paranoid. Oh, the beautiful, fragile lies we tell ourselves just to feel safe for a moment longer. That first night, God, it was magical. The fireplace was crackling, casting dancing shadows on the walls. We drank rich, red wine. Mark was different, attentive. His touches were possessive, his eyes constantly on me, as if he was trying to memorize me. I felt a wave of guilt for my suspicions in the car. How could I have doubted us? Later, I slipped away to take a shower. The steaming hot water felt like a baptism, washing away the dust of the road and my foolish insecurities. I stepped out, skin pink and glowing, wrapped only in a thin cotton towel. And that's when I remembered. My clothes were still in the bedroom. The hallway was pitch dark and freezing. I started tiptoeing, and that's when I heard it. Not laughter, not conversation, but whispers. Hushed, urgent, intimate whispers that made the air itself feel thick. My blood turned to ice in my veins. I held my breath and peered around the kitchen doorframe. And I saw it. His hand, Mark's hand, so gently tucking a strand of her dark hair behind her ear. And then the look, a look that passed between them, a look of such quiet, stolen adoration that I knew it intimately. It was my look, the one he gave me when he thought I was sleeping. In that single heart-stopping moment, the entire world tilted on its axis, the towel I was clinging to. It suddenly felt like a funeral shroud. I didn't scream. I couldn't. I didn't even cry. I just stood there, frozen solid in the dim, betraying light. Then the old floorboard beneath my feet let out a sharp, groaning creak. They turned, and in their eyes, I didn't see panic. I didn't see shock. I saw a weary, devastating resignation. They had been waiting for this. The silence that hung in the air was 1,000 times louder than any confession. Chloe's lips parted. She tried to form my name, but nothing came out. And Mark, he couldn't even look at me. He just stared at the floor. That simple act of cowardice hurt more than any lie he had ever told. I didn't say a word. I simply turned around and walked back to the bathroom, locking the door with a quiet, final click. I slid down against the cold wood, the icy tiles biting through the towel. And finally, the tears came. But I wasn't crying for them. I was crying for the girl I was just 5 minutes ago, the one who believed in forever. I mourned her, right there on that cold, hard floor. It's been 6 months now. I've deleted their numbers, blocked them on everything, but sometimes a memory will ambush me out of nowhere. The three of us, laughing so hard we couldn't breathe, and it hits me all over again. A sucker punch to the soul. I have to ask, which part of it was real? Have you ever experienced a betrayal so deep that it poisoned every beautiful memory you ever had? How? How do you ever learn to trust again? When the very people who were your sanctuary become the source of your greatest pain